Hi guys, my name is Melissa Claiborne and I'm a marketing teacher at Alexander High School in Douglasville, Georgia. Part of my other duties here include being the DECA advisor, which is a co-curricular club that is tied to our standards. I've built it up from no one to over 100 members where we've competed at region, state, and went as far as internationals and had students placed there. So very excited about building up that program. Another responsibility I have is running our school-based enterprise. We started that from the ground up as well, so we have a successful operation running that I kind of oversee there. So my plate's pretty full just at work. I also have 4 kids that keep me going. One is a senior. I have one in 8th grade, one in 5th grade, and one that's just now going to start pre-K here in a couple of weeks. So all different life stages, all different responsibilities that really keep us going all the time because they're very active in sports, soccer, football, baseball, softball, whatever it is, you name it, we're going all the time. So very, very busy. Kind of my past experience that led me into education actually stemmed from my business education teacher in high school, Miss Patricia Calhoun. She taught business education, and I was part of the cooperative business education program there, where I worked part of the day. It's called work-based learning now, but I worked part of the day and then went to school part of the day. And I just kind of always enjoyed her class. I loved classes. I loved the content. I loved the ideas of getting job training. So it was just an exciting time for me. Through that process, though, I started working in HR because of my opportunity through work-based learning or cooperative business education at the time. Started working in the HR field. So once college started, and I was like, wow, it's a lot of work. And you hear all this talk of, teachers don't make anything. And then so I was looking at it as, here's the input I'm having to put into it and not much reward because I'm 18, 19 years old. I only think in dollars, right? Not the big picture. So I ended up changing majors and became a business management major with an emphasis in human resources management. So I started working in the business field upon graduation, worked maybe 2 or 3 years in business, and I just decided, you know what? This isn't what I was meant to do. It's not what I was meant to be in life. I kind of always had that calling, that tug to go back to be a teacher. So that's exactly what I did. I went back and got my master's in business education, became a teacher, and kind of the rest is history. Started off in business education, went back and got my specialist in marketing education at Auburn, and then ended up rounding it out with getting my PhD in career and technical education from Auburn, and just graduated last summer with that degree. So very much embedded in education. It was kind of my calling. Again, it was one of those things, I tried other things thinking it was the dollars that were going to keep me happy, the money, but it wasn't. It was truly being in the place that I was called to be. Pretty much who shaped my love for education was my mother. She was just born with poor health and never had many opportunities. I was the very first one to ever go to college, so when she was so sickly at such a young age, she didn't have the skills and the education to go do an office job or anything. So she always instilled in me, get an education. That's one thing no one can ever take from you. So that kind of shaped me with the influence of Miss Calhoun to get me to where I am now. As a leader, I aspire just to be one that creates an atmosphere where teachers feel appreciated, feel heard, and are treated with respect and as the professionals they are, and to create an environment where students feel like they belong. There's so many kids that just come from such dark places and don't have anywhere or any kind of outlet where they feel welcomed and loved and like they fit in. So I envision creating an atmosphere in a building where that's exactly what students do. I have to say Alexander has done a great job at that, and I hope to aspire wherever I land in a leadership role to bring a little bit of what I've learned through my administrative team here, because they do such a good job. We adopted the motto, belong, have fun, and learn, and we really truly do strive to make students feel like they belong, make sure they have fun, and therefore they learn. So I aspire to be like them. Lastly, because I feel like it's getting long, things that define me is certainly my faith in God. I feel like I try to live where I serve others. It's not always about me and my wishes. I think as educators, that's what we all do. We all kind of feel that calling and that passion. So very much goes along with my faith in that we are meant to serve others. So that kind of drives who I am and how I function and why I do the things I do. I try to live with integrity in everything that I do, and certainly, last but not least, my family defines who I am. Obviously, we value it. We have 4 kids, and we try to be very involved in everything they do because it's very important that they have that strong family unit going out into this crazy dark world. So they are kind of our everything. So faith first and then family. That's who defines me. So hopefully you know a little more about me. Sorry, the bell just rang for lunch. So that wraps it up for me.